Hello, YouTube. It's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we're talking 90 Day, the Caribbean Love in Paradise. We're on episode 3. And, not much went down this episode, but, a lot did in an hour, but not much, but we'll get right into it. We're going to start with Danielle and Gerlon. So this episode, as we all know, Danielle and Gerlon. Danielle is down at the DR. She's going to marry Gerlon on this trip. Now, Danielle is 42 years old, and Gerlon is in his early 30s. Now, they want to have a baby. This is going to be their storyline. They do want to have a baby. And, with Danielle being 42, she's on a ticking time bomb with that. So she isn't sure she can have a baby or not. So in this episode, they wake up together, they're trying to do everything they can to have a baby. They indulge in a little bit of too much information to start out on how they're trying to make a baby. I think everyone knows where I'm going with that. But they're trying to make a baby, so they decide to go to a fertility doctor down there. And, she gets tested and everything. Everything came back normal, except, her egg count was pretty low. It's I think she only had 2 eggs left, and they said there's a 5% chance of a success rate if she wanted to have a baby naturally. So they suggested that they do an egg donor with them, family members on his side or whatever. So we just, hearing that news, she was devastated. She was very, very devastated. Gerlon was just we're gonna pray about it. We're gonna, I like Gerlon. He's a man of faith. He is a man of faith. He's just we're gonna pray about it. Don't worry, we'll figure out something. At that time, Danielle was that's not what I want to hear right now. It means well, but there's got to be more action than just prayers. So, especially hearing the news of that. So. So they're going to try to make a baby, and, I really hope they can, but this trip is about them getting married, so we'll see how that plays out. Next up, we see Valentine and Carlos. Valentine and Carla, same thing. They had an interesting night and everything. They wake up, talked about their evening. Again, they indulged in a little too much information. They decided to go out to a restaurant, really nice restaurant, where Valentine tried some food that he didn't like. It was fish and some kind of fish caviar or something. But they're talking about adding a third to their relationship, because in their I'm gonna say bed life, they're not. I think for same-sex couples, they're not, clicking. And, Valentine wants to have a third, and Carlos doesn't. So they're bickering about that to see if they're even thinking about having a third person or not. Me personally, I mean, I know you want to spice things up, but adding a third can cause a lot of problems. So that's just that. So that was the only scene that we seen with them. They just want to spice things up in their relationship. They're still relatively new, coming out, being a same-sex couple and everything. So, I hope they do well. But certain things shouldn't be a storyline. I think as with Love in Paradise, the Caribbean, this is on Discovery Plus right now. And, I know, it is connected with TLC, but, like I said, these 90-day producers, they egg a situation on than what it really is. So yeah, I think that was just, those things were a little bit TMI. I mean, whatever floats your boat, not judging, but sometimes you just don't want to hear about it, But that was Carlos and Valentine. Next up, we've seen a returning couple, Amber and Daniel. Now, Daniel's from Venezuela and moved to Costa Rica, and Amber's from Florida. Amber came down to Costa Rica last season. They applied for the K-1 visa. He got it. He moved to America. They got married in 90 days. Now he's in Florida. His work permit has not come in. He's been in America for 8 months. He has not gotten his work permit. Amber had bought a house the week of her wedding. And, you know, they're just having their married life problems. And Daniel's still not working. It's not his fault. It's not his fault, but Amber's really frustrated about that. You know, she's like, he's not paying he's not helping with the mortgage. He's not paying rent. He ain't doing nothing. So he needs to help cook, clean, or whatever while I'm working. Also, Amber's sister had moved into their new house, you know, so she can help take some of the financial burden off of Amber. So, and there's 3 adults, and they're also living with 4 cats. Daniel had mentioned in the episode that 3 adults, 4 cats, like he has a hard time sleeping because the cat wants to jump in on stuff. It's ridiculous. So Amber and Daniel, they go to this like country club line dancing, just to release some stress and all that. Daniel is telling Amber, please don't get drunk, please don't drink too much, you know, because you get a little crazy when you get with your friends and stuff, you know, and you forget about me sometimes. And Amber's just like, you know, I'm working so much, you know, this is my only way to keep myself sane. So she goes out, they go out with the friends, and, you know, they drink and have a nice little conversation. And then, you know, Amber has a really a good male friend that she confides to a lot. Excuse me. And this male friend, they had mentioned that he is gay and that he had just divorced from his husband. And apparently Amber has invited him to move in, but has not told Daniel that. And Amber's friend was just like, you need to tell him communication is key. This is why my marriage didn't work with my husband. Like, communication is key and all that. So you got to tell him. That's what Amber's friend said. You know, she's like, I don't want to fight about it. You know, I'll tell him tomorrow and let you know and stuff. So with all the added stress that Amber's going through, because she was stressing like crazy, like keeping the house with the bills, she was like, you know what? He's moving. He's going to move in. I don't care what Daniel says, because he's not paying anything right now to make any kind of decision. So I'm just going to let him move in. So we'll see how that plays out. And then last but not least, we've seen another returning couple, Ariana and Charlon. Ariana and Charlon, they had a baby last season named Odin. Charlon has not met him yet. It's been a year and a couple months since they last seen each other. He has not met the baby yet. So Ariana is getting ready to go down to Jamaica to see Charlon. And, you know, she goes down to Jamaica. Charlon's waiting at the airport. They come and he goes right to the baby. It was just a nice, you know, father-son moment. You know, Ariana loved the fact that he got to see his son finally. But, you know, she was kind of but she's a little frustrated because their relationship themselves needs work. So now they're parents. But now she's just on this trip for 2 reasons: to see the son, for him to see the son, and for them to get back on track. You know, and she was saying she does not know if Charlon wants to be with her or not. And she was like, if this trip will decide it off, if he doesn't want to be with me, then I got to move on. You know, because Charlon is really not showing much interest in Ariana anymore. So I think that Charlon, we'll give him a couple days to get used to being a father. So next week in the previews, you know, Ariana has said that she's gonna, you know what, I want you to have the baby all the time now. Like, I raised him for 10 months. It's your turn now. You know, whenever I need help, you better be there. And he's like, I'll be there 99.9999% of the time. And she was like, yeah, well, we're going to talk about that 0.001% when you're not there. So, you know, she's coming in a little hot, but, you know, I feel her pain. You know, she's somewhat of a single mother. And also, I forgot to mention, Ariana had sent him papers to sign the birth certificate, and he has not done it. He has not signed his name on the baby's birth certificate. And, you know, there's always been a lot of problems with that. Ariana also mentioned that Charlon accidentally called her one day and didn't even realize he had called her. And he was like having a conversation and singing with another woman, which is crazy. So I don't think Charlon is he doesn't like Ariana anymore. So and I hope on this trip they work it out, but how things are starting right now is just not good. They had a good connection last season, but yeah, once you have a kid, like, things really change. So Ariana, Charlotte, I hope he is a good father to Odin, and we'll see how this plays out. So yeah, that was 90 Day Paradise, Love in Paradise, the Caribbean. Yeah, like I said, not too much happened in this episode. We did not see Frankie and Abby and Gabby, the other three-way that's going on over there. So we'll see them next week. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know what y'all think. Please like and subscribe to my videos. I'll be back again tomorrow, Monday, for a regular 90 Day Fiance, and be sure to check it out. So thank you guys. Have a great day.